So the next Walpurgis identities have been announced, and to everyone's surprise, it was not a star of the city tier character like everyone was speculating, but instead some underrated characters from Urban Play, Yuna and Salvador from the Dawn office. So if you're expecting any Liu Association characters or any new Thumb members, that's not gonna happen. We just got a Thumb banner that was as much of a bait as you know it already is. I'll go through their main role in Library of Ruina and what we can expect out of them as identities. Starting off with Yuna, whose identity is going to be used by Faust. She's a grade 4 fixer of the Dawn office that primarily deals with urban legend cases, one of which we see in Faust's teaser, the Thousand Needles case.
바늘마다 이상한 문양 같은 게 새겨져 있더라고요.
It was reported by some residents in the back streets of District 22 that a neighbor named Derry was having breakdowns left and right about some kind of contract. Apparently he made a deal with the devil to gain some power, and whatever was tasked of him was too much. The tasks aren't mentioned anywhere, but it's safe to assume they were nigh unclearable. A few days went by, and after being presumed missing, Derry turned up to the building he stays at and started murmuring to himself, after which he puffed up like a balloon, exploded, sending what seemed to be like a complete stream of needles everywhere, melting any object it came in contact with. But when it came in contact with a person, the same would happen to them, hence the title The Thousand Needles Case.
어쨌든 천의 바늘 의뢰는 마무리하고 왔습니다.
대단해요, 선배. 단독으로 도시전설 의뢰도 해결하시고요.
As it so happened, the Dawn office was tasked with investigating the case and eliminating the threat it posed, although it seemed like the investigation fell on Salvador, while the elimination fell on Yuna. That's why in Faust's teaser, she mentions Yesterday's Promise, an entity known for forging unfair contracts and causing incidents similar to this case. At least that's the conclusion she comes into before. Yuna's fighting style is pretty unique. Upon glancing over her, you might think she's a guitarist, but once engaged in combat, you'd be fairly surprised that the metal guitar case contains within it anything but a guitar. It is full of sharp, searing blades from Stigma Workshop, which is known for its heat-producing weapons. That's Dawn Office's specialty, and that's why they are focused on the burn status with almost all their pages. Anyways, now on to Salvador, whose identity will be used by Gregor. He is, as described by Roland, a washed-up smoke war veteran who used to be much stronger in his prime.
잔뼈가 굵은 해결사기도 하고 꽤 전의 일이지만 젊었을 때 연기 전쟁에서 어느 정도 이름 날렸던 해결사 중 하나야.
확실히 인맥이 꽤 넓은 것 같아 보였어.
뭐 그때에 비하면야. 지금은 나처럼 퇴물이지만.
But do not let that fool you, because he is still a capable fighter. He is a grade 3 fixer that excels in close quarters combat with his 3 blades. He's the founder of the Dawn office, which is located in a nest of all places.
게다가 사무소는 둥지에 있어서 월세도 살떨리고 이번 의뢰비로는 부족한 거 아시죠?
그 문제라면 괜찮다네. 앞으로 3개월 정도는 걱정 없을 만한 일을 받았으니.
Also, he loves Sanghua Cha tea. He says that everywhere, like literally everywhere.
스승님, 차는 늘 드시던 대로 준비했습니다.
오늘따라 차의 맛과 향이 진해서 좋군.
이놈의 지긋지긋한 쌍화차 냄새. 오늘따라 더 진한데, 필립. 아주 날마다 쌍화차 타는 실력이 늘어가나 봐.
그렇다네. 필립 군이 쌍화차 말아주는 솜씨가 용해. 나도 제대로 한번 배워서 아내에게 타줘야겠어.
감사합니다.
쌍화차 만드는 솜씨를 심사에 반영했다면 1급은 물론이고 색까지 부여받았을 걸세. 그래, 필립 군이 색을 받는다면 이 쌍화차에 동동 띄어진 노른자같이 샛노란색이겠군.
As you already saw, the Dawn office consists of only 3 fixers, Salvador, Yuna, and Philip. Philip already has an identity in Limbus, who is represented by Sinclair. Now, I won't go into any more detail on these characters. It's better off you find out for yourself by playing Yuna, you absolute LARPer. Let's move on to what skills we can expect from this duo. Their books contain 6 combat pages, meaning Project Moon has to come up with at least 2 new skills for them. Starting off with what Yuna uses in the fight: Handle Request, Eject, and Butterfly Slash. What I'm assuming Faust is gonna have on her skills are as follows: Skill 1 as Handle Request, Skill 2 as Eject, and Skill 3 as Butterfly Slash. What seems to be the case going on with Yuna is that she isn't so heavily focused on burn, so I wouldn't be surprised if they give her another status as well. Maybe Tremor? As for Salvador, his skills in the fight are Flash of Sunup, Sunset Blade, and Crack of Dawn, which for Gregor is going to be Skill 1 Flash of Sunup, Skill 2 Sunset Blade, and Skill 3 Crack of Dawn. It's going to be very interesting about how these two interact with the burn meta, because as we all know, Faust already has a great burn identity as in Ardor Blossom, and Gregor already has Fire Fist. So we're going to have to see how these two shake up the meta, if they even buff Philip Sinclair at all. I personally am very interested in these two identities. As I said before, they are pretty underrated, and it's very nice to see some more representation from the Dawn office, who had a very little amount of screen time.
Click the like button down below and don't forget to make a subscribe.